Welcome back to USA News Hub. Here, we bring you the latest updates, highlights, and breaking news from the world. Welcome back to your NFL News Roundup, bringing you the latest updates, injury reports, and roster moves across the league as teams gear up for another crucial weekend of football. Let's start with the headline everyone's talking about: Aaron Glenn and the New York Jets. The Jets head coach continues to keep fans guessing ahead of Sunday's matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals, refusing to announce the team's starting quarterback. Glenn said during Wednesday's press briefing that the team is still evaluating its options and will make a final decision closer to game time. The uncertainty has created plenty of speculation about whether the Jets will stick with their current starter or make a bold change under center in a must-win game. Now let's take a closer look at what's happening around the league, team by team. American football: Baltimore Ravens, 1-5. Good news for Ravens fans. Quarterback Lamar Jackson has returned to practice for the first time since injuring his hamstring back in Week 4. His return brings renewed hope for a Baltimore team desperate to find its rhythm after a slow start. Head coach John Harbaugh said the team will continue to monitor Jackson's workload throughout the week, but his presence on the field is a major step forward. American football: Buffalo Bills, 4-2. Up in Buffalo, the injury list remains long as the Bills prepare for Week 8. Head coach Sean McDermott confirmed that wide receiver Josh Palmer will not practice Wednesday due to an ankle injury. Meanwhile, Curtis Samuel, Dalton Kincaid, Terrell Bernard, Matt Milano, and Maxwell Hairston are all expected to be limited participants. There's some positive news, though. Cornerback Hairston has officially opened his 21-day practice window to return, while safety Taylor Rapp will sit out due to a lingering knee issue. The Bills remain confident in their depth, but injuries continue to test the roster as they look to maintain their strong start to the season. American football: Carolina Panthers, 4-3. In Carolina, there's cautious optimism surrounding quarterback Bryce Young, who was spotted at practice without the protective boot on his injured ankle. Local reporters say Young moved comfortably, signaling that he could be trending toward a return sooner than expected. The Panthers are keeping details light, but are encouraged by his progress as they chase their 5th win of the season. American football: Cincinnati Bengals, 3-4. The Bengals are also battling injuries on the defensive side. Head coach Zach Taylor shared that defensive end Trey Hendrickson is listed as day-to-day with a hip issue. If Hendrickson practices this week, it will likely be in a limited capacity. Meanwhile, defensive end Cedric Johnson has had his 21-day practice window opened, a sign that the team expects him back on the field soon. Cincinnati faces a crucial matchup this Sunday against the Jets, where both teams are desperate to stabilize their seasons. American football: Cleveland Browns, 2-5. The Browns received a bit of good news as tight end David Njoku continues to recover from a knee injury. Head coach Kevin Stefanski said Njoku remains day-to-day but could be ready to play Sunday against the Patriots. Additionally, offensive tackle Jack Conklin has cleared concussion protocol and is expected to suit up, providing a big boost to the Browns' offensive line. American football: Dallas Cowboys, 3-1. Over in Dallas, the team remains cautious with cornerback Trayvon Diggs, who continues to go through concussion protocol. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer told reporters that the team won't rush him back until he's fully cleared. The Cowboys' secondary depth will be tested if Diggs remains sidelined heading into the weekend. American football: Green Bay Packers, 4-1. In Green Bay, defensive lineman Devontae Wyatt will return to practice Wednesday after missing time with a knee injury. Head coach Matt LaFleur also confirmed that kicker Brandon McManus, who has been managing a quad issue, will attempt kicks in Thursday's practice session. Both players' returns would be welcome news for a Packers squad sitting near the top of the NFC North standings. American football: Miami Dolphins, 1-6. The struggles continue in Miami, and the injury bug has struck again. The Dolphins announced that tight end Darren Waller has officially been placed on injured reserve, sidelining him for at least 4 games. To fill the gap, the team signed Greg Dulcich from the practice squad and added Chris Myrick to the practice roster. Miami's offense has lacked rhythm, and losing one of its top tight ends won't make things easier as they prepare for another tough matchup. American football New York Giants, 2-5. Finally, in New York, there's some mixed injury news for Big Blue. Wide receiver Darius Slayton is set to return to practice after missing time with a hamstring issue, a big boost for quarterback Daniel Jones and the Giants' passing attack. However, linebacker Brian Burns and cornerback Paulson Adebo will both sit out Wednesday's session, according to head coach Brian Daboll. There is a bright spot, though. Veteran kicker Graham Gano has been designated to return from injured reserve and will rejoin practice this week. With Week 8 fast approaching, multiple teams are juggling injuries and lineup decisions that could shape their playoff hopes. From Lamar Jackson's long-awaited return in Baltimore to the Jets' quarterback mystery in New York, storylines are building across every division. Stay tuned for more updates, roster changes, and injury reports as the weekend draws near. This has been your NFL News Roundup, where every yard, every player, and every update matters. Until next time, keep it locked for all the latest from across the National Football League. That's all for today's update on USA News Hub. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the latest sports news and highlights from around the world.